What's up, y'all? My name's Bill, and this is how I do it. Today, I'm coming back at you with another episode of Tiny Engine Tuesday. That's TNT if you didn't know. And what we doing here today, I'm working on a Stihl Fs45 weed trimmer. This weed trimmer came to me. It was a gift. Obviously, it's not working. Well, I'm telling you, it's not working. And on today's video, I want to rebuild this carburetor. As you can see, the primer bulb here is broken. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to check out this carburetor. Hopefully the diaphragm inside is okay. And maybe I can just clean it up. I'm going to use my ultrasonic cleaner, and I'm going to show that today. And let's go. So the first thing that we got to do, the door right here with its cover is off. I got another one somewhere. I'll replace it. But let's as you can see, man, it's really grimy, really dirty, really oily. So, oh yeah, and I verified that it does indeed fire up on starter fluid. That's one of the reasons why I want to just rebuild the carburetor, because I believe this engine is working fine. So let's do it. Boom. Check out the air filter. Wow, it's pretty clean on the inside. That's all right there. All right. Usually Stihls are 8mm, so let's go with the 8mm. Yep, 8mm. All right, get out of there. Let's take this case off. Boom. Wow, it's dirty, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. And let's get these lines off. We see the return line coming from the primer bulb, and it's the main fuel line going to the tank. So let's remove these, and we should be able to just slide this carburetor out of here. I want to try to save these gaskets, so I'll try to get these off. I got some more, but I still want to try to save them. So let's get these lines off of here. These lines don't seem too bad though. I don't want to take no chances in breaking them though. Ooh, that's one line off. Yeah, these lines don't seem too bad at all. It's a bunch of dirt. And I know I gotta, where is the throttle cable? Throttle cable somewhere over here. Yeah, it comes down off the back side here. You know, all we gotta do in that is push that out, and boom, that's freed. And that's it. Here's our carburetor. So I'm gonna try to save these gaskets. I see it's one over here. It's one right here. I'm gonna try to save those. But I'm gonna clean this up, and now I'm gonna put it in the ultrasonic cleaner. All right, now we're gonna get ready to disassemble this carburetor. Right here on this primer bulb, we got 4 screws here. Let's get those out. All right, let's get this off of here. Boom. Put that to the side. Boom, and the diaphragm. It's kind of hard. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we can try it. Yeah, it should work. It should be okay. Yeah, that's pliable. It's pretty pliable. It's bouncing back like it's supposed to. So, all right, we're gonna go with that. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get this off without ripping it though. Sometimes you have to get a razor blade under here. I'm gonna try to just do it with my fingernail though. Yeah, it seems to be going pretty good. Just gotta be careful. Let's go around that edge. I'm using my thumbnail. You could use a If I was to use any kind of tool, I use the back end of a X-Acto knife. It works well. So there that is. Put that to the side there. And I'm gonna go ahead and take out this plunger and this needle. So let's get this out of here. Got a Phillips head. It's holding it on. Sometimes it's kind of tight, so. There it is. It broke free. And spring and everything came out. That's fine though. I ain't gonna take that screw all the way out. All right, now for the, I guess this would be the bottom side. It has some gaskets in here. Take that top off. The gaskets are stuck there, but do you see that crud there? That's some of the stuff I believe that's in the some of those jets that may be clogging up. That's varnished gas from the ethanol gas, man. Terrible stuff. It also has a screen filter right here. I'm gonna see if it'll let me take that out before I put it in our ultrasonic cleaner. So let me get something to grab that out of there. Sometimes these things don't want to come out of here. There it is. There it is. If you can see it, a little small filter. Put that to the side. And got all that out. And these carb adjustments, I'm gonna take this out too. I don't know what screws it's using though. They got a safety feature on them. It's not gonna let me get them out, but I'm gonna make sure I turn them all the way out though. On this particular carburetor, there's a low side adjustment that's adjusted in idle, and it's a high side adjustment that's adjusted in full throttle. I might let it come out. Yeah, this one lets it come out. They don't want you to be able to turn it out too far, but it's okay. I'm gonna let that stay on. All right. It's pretty much broke down as far as I want to take it. Now you could take out this jet right here, but I'm gonna let my ultrasonic cleaner do its job. Fill this bad boy up. All right, reach the fill line, pour the excess water out. Take our ultrasonic general purpose cleaning powder. You're only supposed to use about a quarter teaspoon of cleaning powder, so you don't have to use that much. So that's way more than a quarter teaspoon, of course. But then right there I hit the TC. That means it's the water warmer, so I keep that water nice and hot, so it can clean out those crevices that we wanted to do. So it's filled up, so I'm gonna let it chill out for a little while. Keep that water warm. Get ready to put our carburetor into this ultrasonic cleaner. Got this bad boy from Harbor Freight. Mainly used to do jewelry and stuff like that, but it works great on these little carbs. So what I'm gonna do, stick it in here. Boom. And I'm gonna let it do the maximum. So right now it's set for 180 seconds. I'm gonna do the max. Take it up to 480 seconds. So let's get it. see it clean. Yeah, so I'm gonna let it do its thing and we'll come back, get it out. It's done. Wow, look at all that dirt and gunk. All right, so let's grab the sides of this bad boy. Boom, there it is. Cleaned out carburetor. See a couple of things I could clean off. I'm have to brush off some though, but for the most part, it's pretty clean. All right, so I'm gonna take this back over to the table and get back to work with the reassembly. All right, let's get it. All right, man, we got our carburetor out of the ultrasonic cleaner. I think it did a pretty good job. So let's reassemble everything. Let's start with the spring and the needle and all of this part of the assembly. And what we got to do, we got to take our, so that's the line right there, it's holding it. And basically this is an adjustment, and I'm gonna show you how to adjust that once we get everything back assembled. And what it does, this fork, let me see, yeah, this fork, if you see this little stuff, man, it's hard to get this on camera. This fork holds that needle like this. Like that. And what we gotta do, we gotta put this there, right into this hole here. And this spring, we put it down on the carb like so. And we gotta make sure you get this needle in here so carefully. And this spring seats on this lever here. You gotta be so careful to do it right. And you hold that, and then we gotta screw down this screw right here. And it's gonna hold it in place. Not much to it if you've done it a few times, but make sure you keep your thumb over it so it won't pop out. Like that. It pops straight out. That means that that bar wasn't on there well enough. But hold on, we can do it again. There it goes, just like that. Now, screw this screw down right here. Just like so. Now it's down good. Boom. That lever works, it's working like it's supposed to. Boom, boom. All right, we got our needle seated. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our Zarma tool, because this is who makes this carburetor for Stihl. So you take your tool, you gotta match your numbers up. But for the most part, man, most of the Zarma is gonna be on the flat side of this tool. So what you do, you line it up. And you see this lever right here? You gotta barely touch that lever. It's really, I'm trying to show the process on camera. So you take that lever and you cross it with the diagonal, just like that with these two. So just like so. And this one's pretty spot on. It barely touches it, and it's pretty spot on. So that's where you want it to be. So it's pretty good as is. So I'm gonna leave it alone. All right, so let's continue with the rest of the installation. I'm gonna put this gasket on first. And all you gotta do is simple. Just line it up. If you're anything like me, I always make sure to note the orientation before I disassemble it. Take pictures if you have to. Whatever you gotta do. There's no shame, because nobody remembers every single last carburetor and how it's the orientation of it. So I'm gonna put this on here. Boom, just like that. Now you gotta put your filter in as well. So just line that up. Just push that in there. Uh-oh. Gotta be careful though. Boom. And it goes in just like that. Boom. That. And then we can take our carburetor and put it on like so. I'm sorry about that. I'm at a weird angle, so it's hard to really put this on the way it needs to be put on. Line it up. There it is. Lined up, put our big screw in here. All right, now for the other side, we're gonna take our diaphragm, put this back on where it's supposed to go, in that direction. Then we're gonna take we got a new primer bulb here. New primer bulb. Well, this is the bracket for the primer bulb. And just put this on through here. It's on. And it goes on the top of this like so. And all we gotta do is line this up and screw it down. Got our 4 screws. And we just gotta screw them down. All right, put our low side back in here, our adjustment. And I screw it all the way down, and I just preset it. All right, screw it all the way in. So I preset the low side by just bringing it out 1.5 turns. Boom, boom. And it's just a preset. And that's it. That's it right there. So now we just gotta reinstall it back on the unit and see what we have. Okay, should I clean this weed trimmer up before I put this carburetor on here? Absolutely. Am I going to do it? No, I'm not. I gotta put this on here and verify everything else is working. Then I might take it off and clean everything up, especially if I'm gonna sell it or whatever. All right, gasket goes on. Put this one on first. Slide that on. Just line it up, screws. And this throttle holder has a, there it is, has a peg that it slides on as well. Then you just put that on, and boom. You take your trimmer lines, make sure there ain't no dirt in there. Pretty clean. Put those on, one at the bottom, put it on, slide it on. Yeah, this thing's real dirty. I should have sprayed it off or something, but all right, let's put this on, got a gasket on. Now I gotta go put our case on, where our air filter, the bottom half of the air filter cover I gotta put on. All right, let's put this bad boy on. Boom. Lines up just like that. Take our nuts. Torque specs for that is pretty low. I'll put them on the screen if I can find them. But yeah, that's it right there. And I got a cover outside or whatever. And man, that's it. And tomorrow, man, I will take it outside, see if we can get this bad boy to fire up. All right, finna do a little field test. Well, I'm not finna trim any grass because I don't have a head on this unit, but it's not about the head, it's about this cleaned up carburetor. So let's choke this bad boy, turn our switch on, and let's see if we can prime it up. All right, I know this coil was a little janky, so let's see. Okay. Okay, hit, y'all heard it, hit. All right. All right. There you go. All right, there it is. There it is. Bad boy cleaned up, free weed trimmer. Oh yeah. All I gotta do is give me a head on here, and that thing's gonna work just fine. Well, okay, there you have it. Just to recap what we did today, man, we got this free weed trimmer. Wouldn't stay running. What we did was we cleaned up that carburetor. We took it apart, put it in the ultrasonic, and we didn't necessarily rebuild the carburetor, but if you replaced all of those gaskets and that diaphragm, the needle and lever, you would have effectively rebuilt this carburetor. So it's the same thing. That's how I do it.